welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a little bit longer than I said for this review, but this is a game I've been wanting to review for a while, and I'm changing up a little bit. I'm trying to get my watch time up, so I'm going to keep this review to 7 minutes, maybe a little less, a little more. All right. Dodonpachi, Shoot 'em Up by Atlas Cave on Sega Saturn. Expensive, getting there. The sequel to the game Dodonpachi. Gameplay. You have 3 ships you get to choose from. Basically, the story is the same old, good versus evil. Everything in the universe wants to kill you. Every bullet in the universe is firing your way. Dodge it and don't get hit and live. This game has a couple of very unique gameplay mechanics and arcs, which I want to get to after we talk about the visuals and the sound. So, visuals. This game was also released on PlayStation. Both looked very good. Great 2D pixel art. Very good showing of depth in certain areas. Cool background effects. The game runs very smooth. There are, on the Saturn version, for some reason, there are a couple of hiccups in the frame rate. Now, that was unusual considering the Saturn is a 2D powerhouse and ain't nobody tickling the Saturn's taint in the 2D department. I'll tell you guys that right now. This game, if you put it side by side with the PlayStation, the color is better on the Saturn. When it's running perfectly, it runs a little more like a little more fluid on the Saturn. From what I've seen, I watched and seen a few comparisons before I did that because I know people like to ram that down our throats with this game. Otherwise, the visuals, the enemy ships are all very highly detailed. The pixel art is wonderful, massive sprites, lots of explosions. There are transparencies in there. To all you naysayers, we got transparencies. Okay. Only hindrance is there's slowdown, and it's usually when you finish off a boss or when you use a bomb. The blast bomb, which will trigger enemy ships when they're destroyed and their projectiles to turn into stars, which you collect for points. The visuals, I think it's it's another great shoot 'em up. Saturn's power just demonstrates what it was so capable of. And the slowdown, so minimal, and it's not even during the gameplay where it would hinder you, so I null and void that argument. So, frame rate, beautiful, good. The sound, I love the soundtrack in this game, actually. It's not the greatest of the shoot 'em up soundtracks, Radiant Silvergun and a couple others take the cake on that. It's got a very dynamic sound to it. It's got its own a lot of drums, a lot of percussion, a more sinister, like, the music that you hear in the game, I would put that more as like the music that the villains are listening to while they're trying to kill the heroes, whoever they may be. The game's all in Japanese. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you too much about it. So all I know is they love to use bees, and you'll see plenty of bees as bonus point icon pickups. It's nothing out of the unusual. The explosions, they do sound very good. I think certain explosions and certain bomb effects, I think could have used a little more bass, a little more boom and less whoosh. Like more treble than bass on that one. But otherwise, the music is very well done. The sound effects, the everything getting fired, it's all normal fare. Does nothing terribly, amazingly, mind-meltingly incredible. Does everything as you would expect. But the shoot 'em up class usually followed its own. It has its own set of rules that's separated from every other genre in the world and always will. Shoot 'em up's greatest genre of all time. I'm going to do a video on that and why. In the gameplay, now this Dodonpachi has some pretty interesting gameplay mechanics. A shoot 'em up is enjoyed and lasts based on its mechanics, based on the gameplay hook. Now, this game, you have one hit until you get 1 hit per life. You get a couple continues, you can set them, change them, and that's about it. There's 3 different ships. Each of them they all handle and control the same. They have their own different weapons. For example, the red ship shoots the fiery-looking, like Lancer straight shots. You can choose from, you have a choice between using your shot or your laser, where using the laser is a more powerful regular attack, but your ship suffers mobility and the speed because of it. About a fraction. It cuts it down maybe about 20-25%. So if you want to maneuver, and attack, go with the regular shots. The blue ship uses a giant blue laser and has arcing out shots similar to the plasma shots in Blast Wind. Very similar looking. Has a wider arc. And the green ship has, I like to call it like green electric. The shots that it fires very wide out, but it's weaker shots. So you can focus more. The red ship overall for beginners, go with the red ship. Me, I prefer the blue. I like the angling, and I think it's just the right amount of damage. The lasers, from what I noticed, are all the same, give or take. The bombs, there's two ways you can use your bomb. If you use a bomb while using your regular firing shot, not the laser, but the regular shot, what's going to happen is you are going to blow up every enemy on screen, and then all their projectiles are going to turn into these giant gold stars and little stars, all worth different point values to get your your end of stage score up. These games are based on playing for score, so make it a nice gold star. And then if you use your bomb while firing your laser, you fire a super powered laser that will nullify and destroy all enemy projectiles in front of you, and just hammer the damage on and focus and hammer the damage right onto the enemies or the boss. I usually try to save them for the bosses, but because there's so much shit on screen and it's a bullet hell shooter as well, you'll be using the bombs almost as often as your regular attacks to clear the enemy projectiles, or to get a nice clustering of gold stars and get that score modifier and those points up. Dodonpachi also, in the gameplay department, offers a Saturn mode where it's similar to Radiant Silverhill, where you level up. You start out real weak, and you start off really weak, and then you get stronger and stronger as you gain more power-up icons. Lastly, you can turn in the options. You do have the ability to play the game horizontally or vertically. I didn't like playing this game horizontally. I think if a game is built as a vertical shooter, it stays as a vertical shooter. I enjoyed Dodonpachi. I think it's a lot of fun. It's fun with a friend. It's hard. It's one of the harder shooters because of the frequency of the enemies. The enemies come at you relentlessly in this, and I think it's a very fair challenge. If you're not happy, add more lives, add the difficult, and lower the difficulty. What do you want me to tell you? And it's getting expensive. I got this 2019, right when the pandemic was in the heart. Got it for about $90, including the shipping. Now we're in the 150 plus range on this, maybe even over $2. If you have any way to play this, and there is a more modern version, like I don't know if it's like a third or fourth game. I'm not going to claim to know the whole series. This is my knowledge of the series. But there was one on PS4 that did come out, probably from NIS or whatnot. There are ways to play versions of other Dodonpachi games in its series. Dodonpachi itself, pretty sure it's import friendly on the PlayStation just as well. Maybe a little easier on the wallet for the PlayStation version opposed to the Saturn. But I think if you love shoot 'em ups, you got to give this game a shot. That's it. I wanted to keep this review as short as I could. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it gives you a little guidance towards Dodonpachi. Everybody, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you again in a couple days with another review. And keep your eye out for my streams, and you'll be seeing me around. You'll be seeing me around on camera lately. The future is a coming.